It's your boy Godson and T Cotton, Real People Radio, MyCityMyDream.com. We here with my girl, Sasha Go Hard.
Yes, she
Go
does.
hard.
Yes, she does. Mixtape after mixtape. We know Do You Know Who I Am scored over 20,000 views on thatpit.com, over 3,000 downloads. Man, I know why they mad.
I understand why they mad.
I understand why they mad. So, tell us about this new mixtape, Hip Hop versus Love.
Hip Hop versus Love is with me and Aya Will from MIC. The first time we worked on the song, like it wasn't planned to do a mixtape, but when I had first got in the studio with them, you know, they was real cool. Like I like their music. And then their manager had asked me like, can I do a mixtape with them? I'm like, with him. I'm like, yeah, you know, their music dope. So
You was like, yeah, or you was like, yeah.
Right. It was like, yeah.
I'm like, yeah. My bad. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, like I'm with it. Then like we had did another song. You know, actually I had decided to do a mixtape with them after our second time went to the studio. Cause when I heard him, I'm like, man, this boy cold. Like I like fell in love with his music. And so and that's when we decided to do the mixtape.
Okay.
And like as time passed.
Yeah.
As time passed, like we started getting to know each other, like by being around each other in the studio, and like we just started looking at it like, man, like it's a boy and a girl, like, and we dealing with relationship issues and stuff like that. So that's how we came up with Hip Hop versus Love.
Awesome.
So speaking of relationships, you know, are you in a relationship since you titled your mixtape Hip Hop versus Love? Is that a hint to something in the future? Or something that's going on currently in your life?
Yeah.
As of to now, I am in a relationship, and it's decent. Like I'm good with it. So shout out to that mixtape.
Okay. You heard it. Where you from?
I'm from the low end of Chicago, the South Side. I was born and raised on the low end, so that's I've been around like since I was a kid. Yeah.
So, how do you feel about the current state of hip hop right now?
I think it's like dope. Like it's cool. Like especially how the spotlight on Chicago, like follows the music. So I like it like 100%. Like I love it. And it's that time. It's grand time, especially like since we in Chicago. Like it's time.
Speaking of Chicago, how do you feel about the violence in the community?
To be honest, I hate it. Like I hate. It's kind of sad seeing like all these people dying from Chicago, and I don't like it. And then like another thing, like a lot of people who not from Chicago or like just looking at the violence, like they trying to make it seem like the music is the reason for it, and it's really not. Like violence been going on before the music scene, so.
And people are just talking about it.
Yeah, and really don't know what they're talking about, so that's the bad. Well, that's the second bad thing about it.
So who inspired you to do hip hop? Or your form of rap? Because not all rap is hip hop. So who inspired you to do the thing that you do right now?
I would say my people, like my family, my mother, my little brother, and like just seeing the things that I went through as a child. Like my mother like raised us by herself. Like even my daddy was around, but he wasn't helping my mother really.
Okay.
So like just I want something better for my mother and my whole family. Like we gonna be good.
Awesome.
And like far as like other artists, I would say Lil' Kim definitely.
All females say Lil' Kim.
And that's good. She pays homage, so now you have it right here. She is paying homage.
What about Mia X? Mia X was a beast.
Yeah, Mia X was decent though, like for real. She was doing her thing too. Lil' Kim just spoke real stuff on her music in the past when she was like.
Pop that coochie.
Now, what about the artists currently in the industry? Like, you know, Nicki Minaj is really blazing the charts right now. How do you feel about her image and what it contributes to the game of hip hop?
Like I love her grind and like how she just present herself. Like she different. She do different stuff to stand out, and like I'm like that too, so
Okay.
I can relate to that.
You
Like,
definitely got your whole Nicki Minaj.
She's got her own.
going on.
You know, it's like effortless style, and
Yeah.
it's like you know, you got your.
You got swag, I get it.
You got swag. You
Thank
got
you.
swag. I love that. I love effortless style.
thank
I got
you.
a question for you though. Since you know you have over 20,000 views on your YouTube and 3,000 downloads on that Piff, like what got you to that level? I know a lot of people say grind and promotion, but you actually got to have your people behind you to get to that level. So what did you do differently from the next person to get to 20,000 views and 3,000 downloads?
That's a good question, cause I don't have a lot of support. Like I do a lot of stuff by myself. I don't have a manager, so like it's kind of hard. But like just being different, like got a lot of people attention and making dope music that people can relate to, and just doing me, like continue to grind and continue to keep going without people stopping me, because a lot of people tried to stop me. You know, like I used to rap with Chief Keef now. Like I used to rap with them like before the Chicago scene, and we had stopped talking way before he blew up. And a lot of people try to, say this and say that, like they left me and all this other stuff, and that's not the case. Like, and that just motivated me to keep going, like, cause people try to stop me.
You get a great response from your fans. I mean,
Yes.
they say you certainly know how to rock a crowd. So where have you
Yes.
performed?
I performed at a couple of spots in Chicago, Reggie's, Adriana's for MCB, the Sucker Free Thing. But like my biggest shows, like was in New York. My first time I went there, I performed at Santos. And like they show so much love out there, like it was dope. Like I fell in love with them. Like they keep bringing me out there. I got a show out there, New Year's Eve. They booking me out there. So like the shows be decent, like.
So with that said, you say, you working with Chief Keef and, you're doing your own thing. Do you feel like you was left out or you feel like you're doing your own thing enough where it doesn't matter that, you're not with that anymore, but you got your own thing going on?
When they had first like pop GBE, like I kinda a little bit, like I'm not gonna lie, a little bit I feel like, man, like I should have been with them, like being in the studio with them every day, back then being in the studio with them every day, we kind of built a relationship, all of us together, like things just fell off, but I ain't let it stop me that they had took off, and I'm still, continue to grind, like I'm gonna keep going no matter what.
Right.
Great. So are you looking to go for a major distribution deal, or do you want to stay independent?
Right now, being independent is kind of good, like for now.
Okay.
But at the same time, like I'm looking for something that'll help me take my mother, cause I really want her to get a big house. Like it ain't gotta be no big house. I just want her to get from where she at, cause we still on the low end. So like I just want something to keep me in good hands. Cause right now, like the money that I'm making or the stuff that's coming, like it's good for me, but it's not enough. Like so, but I just continue to grind. Like whatever big and good come, like I'm
Good.
definitely with
When
it.
you get on, can I borrow 2,000? But
That's all
what's,
I want.
man, I'm a cheap nigga. I mean, you give me 2,000, I can make that 17 million if I had to.
Alright.
But what's going on with this Sucker Free thing? 'Cause I've seen you on Sucker Free, and that's just amazing to see somebody from Chicago on Sucker Free. So how was that whole experience for you?
Man, like it kind of made me cry, like seeing myself on TV. Like it was
You got
crazy.
touched, got the Holy Ghost, almost started shouting.
Yeah, I almost did.
You went to church that Sunday?
I go to church every Sunday.
Every Sunday?
Hey,
I don't go every
man.
Sunday. So when you go this Sunday, pray for me. But
You need some prayer.
All right, I got you. But like, it was so crazy because they had hit me up. And, like, I don't know how they got my number or whatever. They called me like this, Lou from MCB, like, we want to do an interview with you. I'm like, who?
Like,
I was
Is this
surprised.
MTV
Is
or
this, am I being punked?
is it Puff Daddy?
Like, it was so crazy, but like, I ain't believe it, but they hit me up. And then that's how the me and Chella video got on there. They hit me up again about that. So it was just, I felt real good at the moment for that.
So you can't stop her. She's steady grinding. I'm telling you,
Definitely.
perseverance. You know, you stay consistent with what you're doing, you're gonna go far.
Yeah.
That goes to
Thank
show, you know, to any artist out there watching this interview, that goes to show if you go hard, like her name, Sasha Go Hard,
Yes.
you can go to anywhere you want to. Sucker Free, Chief Keef, all that she been doing and hold it down.
Working with some of
Yeah.
Chicago's finest. So,
Yes.
where can promoters go to reach you, to book you for shows?
Any bookings or features you could they could email me at sashagorhard@gmail.com.
Get in that camera, let them know.
Yes, cause like
That's how she
bookings
pay
going
bills.
crazy. Everybody trying to book me right now, especially for January. My Twitter information is Sasha_the rapper. That's with a DA. So get into my Twitter. I have too many friends on Facebook, so can't
Did you have to open up another account?
I ain't gonna lie, I got like 4 Facebook pages. But watch out, cause it's fake. It's fake
Oh,
you
okay. We
got
got perpetrators,
pages.
huh?
It's a- they
You
get a
major
lot
now,
of-
that's what happened.
That's
People
what
gonna be
happened.
booking shows under your name and stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So with that said, Miss Sasha Go Hard been doing her thing. Y'all here in Chicago. We want y'all to go to mycitymydream.com right now. Get any information you can on her. Also check out her videos on the website. Download it, tell a friend, Twitter it, all that shit. You know how we do it. Real People Radio, mycitymydream.com. We in the building. Yeah. Shout out to MIC.
Yeah.